Chosen one, what if I told you that your life was already written before you arrived? And now, your contract has been activated. Everything is changing. You felt it. The shift, the urgency, the undeniable pull towards something greater. It's not your imagination, and it's not random. The forces that have been working behind the scenes have just set everything in motion. Now, it's time for you to awaken to your true power. Before you were even born, an agreement was made, a divine contract that would set your purpose into motion. This contract has been waiting for the perfect moment, and that moment is now. That's why things feel different. That's why you can't ignore the changes happening around you. Your soul contract has been activated, and there's no turning back. Have you noticed an unshakable clarity? A deep sense that everything is about to change? That's because it is. Your life will never be the same. The distractions, the illusions, they are falling away, revealing the truth that was always there. The truth they never wanted you to see. But you are seeing it now, and it's leading you straight to your divine mission. In this video, I'll reveal what a soul contract truly is, the undeniable signs that yours has been activated, and most importantly, how to fulfill it now that the time has come. If you resonate with this message, like this video and comment 77 right now to confirm your activation. And listen, by the end of this video, you'll understand why they tried so hard to keep you asleep. But it's too late for them now. You're awake. Stay with me, because everything is about to make sense. What is a soul contract? A soul contract is not just a spiritual concept. It is a divine blueprint that governs your very existence. The unseen force has been pulling you towards something greater your entire life. Have you ever wondered why you've always felt different, like an outsider even among those who claim to understand you? Why you seem to perceive things others don't, questioning reality when everyone else seems content to follow the script? That feeling, that unshakable sense that you were meant for something more, is not a coincidence. It is the whisper of your soul, reminding you of an agreement made before you took your first breath. Your contract has been sealed since the beginning, and whether you knew it or not, it has been guiding every moment, every challenge, and every breakthrough to bring you to this exact point in time. But now, something has shifted. The illusions that once clouded your vision are lifting, and you are beginning to remember who you truly are. This is why you are here. This is why you were called. But here's what they don't want you to know. Not everyone has a soul contract like yours. Most people are just existing, moving through life in a trance, following societal programming without ever questioning it. They chase after temporary pleasures, material distractions, and empty validation, unaware that they are living in a carefully designed illusion meant to keep them asleep. But not you. You've always known, deep down, that there was more to life, more to your existence, more to your purpose. That is why you have never fully belonged. That is why you have always felt out of place. Because you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to rise above. And that chosen one is why you have suffered. They tried to break you. They tried to silence you, convince you that you were crazy, that your dreams were too big, your visions too unrealistic. But that resistance was not proof of your failure. It was proof of your calling. Because those who are truly chosen are always met with the most opposition. If you felt abandoned, rejected, misunderstood, or cast aside, know this. It was not a mistake. It was preparation. The proof of your divine contract is written in Scripture. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 declares, "Before I formed in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." This is not just poetic language. This is a direct revelation of the spiritual order that governs the lives of those who have been called. Before you ever encountered your first struggle, before you spoke your first words, before you even became conscious of yourself, your destiny was already set. But what most people don't realize is that divine calling always comes with divine testing. That's why your journey has not been easy. Look at the story of Habakkuk, a prophet who questioned why the righteous suffer while the wicked prosper. He was frustrated, confused, desperate for answers. And yet, through his suffering, he received revelation. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. What this tells us is that your purpose, your mission, your calling, it is unfolding exactly as it was designed to, even if you cannot see the full picture yet. The Most High has been preparing you all along. And now, the shift has begun. The signs are undeniable. The things that once mattered no longer hold value. The people who once had power over your emotions no longer affect you. Opportunities are beginning to appear. Doors that were once sealed shut are now unlocking. It's as if something is rearranging itself in the spiritual realm, aligning events, removing distractions, and guiding you in an invisible hand. That is divine intervention. The matrix is glitching, and you are seeing it for what it really is. The more you awaken, the more the illusions crumble, revealing the truth that was always there. You may notice strange coincidences, repeating numbers, unexpected encounters, prophetic dreams, unexplainable synchronicities. These are not accidents. These are signals, confirmations that your contract is now in motion. They can feel it. The forces that once worked against you are panicking because they know they can no longer control you. Your vibration has changed. Your energy is no longer accessible to those who are not aligned with your purpose. And now, your real journey begins. But here's the truth that most people will never understand. Activation is not just about receiving. It's about responsibility. Now that you know, you cannot unknow. Now that you see, you cannot unsee. Your awakening is a call to action. This is where the test begins. Will you step into your purpose with boldness, or will you shrink back into the comfort of the familiar? The Most High has given you everything you need. The gifts, the intuition, the discernment, the strength. It is already within you, but you must walk in it. You must own it. The enemy wants you to doubt yourself, to second guess, to stay silent. But this is not the time for silence. The world is shifting, and the chosen ones are rising. If you have made it this far, if this message is resonating deep within you, it is because you were meant to hear it. It is because you were meant to act. If you feel like you have always been different, like you were meant for something greater, comment activated below. Declare it, own it, step into it, because your time is now. And stay with me, because next, I'm going to show you the signs that confirm your contract has been triggered, signs that your contract has been activated. So, how do you know your soul contract has now been activated? The signs are not subtle. They are undeniable, unavoidable, and at times, overwhelming. You may have already felt it, a shift deep within your being, as if something inside of you has suddenly woken up. It's that eerie sense that your old self no longer fits in the world around you, that the things you used to enjoy now feel empty, and the people you once resonated with seem like strangers. You are beginning to sense that you are walking between two realities, the life you once knew and a higher calling that is now summoning you forward. And while this awakening may feel exhilarating, it also carries a deep loneliness, a realization that you're being pulled away from everything familiar. But chosen one, this is not something to fear. This is the confirmation you've been waiting for. The signs are showing you that your contract is in motion, that you have stepped into the path you were always meant to walk. You are not imagining things. This is real. One of the first and most painful signs of activation is loss. Loss of friendships, relationships, environments that once felt comfortable. The people who once stood by you may begin to distance themselves, not because of anything you have done, but because your energy no longer aligns with theirs. You may feel as though you are being abandoned, but in reality, you are being set apart. The universe, under divine orchestration, is forcefully removing anyone who cannot walk with you into this next chapter. And though this process is painful, it is necessary. You cannot carry everyone with you into your purpose. There will be people who misunderstand you, who mock your transformation, who try to pull you back into who you once were. But that version of you no longer exists. You have stepped into something higher, and not everyone is meant to follow. This loss is not punishment. It is preparation. The Most High is making room for what is to come. The isolation is not a curse. It is a sign that you have been chosen. This moment in your journey was prophesied long before you arrived. Zephaniah 3 verse 19 says, "Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame." Do you see what this means? The pain of rejection, the loneliness of being cast aside, the suffering you have endured. These things were never meant to break you. They were meant to sanctify you, to set you apart so that when the time came, you would be prepared for the purpose written over your life. The spiritual war you have faced is not random. It has all been leading up to this moment. You've been in the fire, but the fire did not consume you. It refined you. And now, as your contract activates, you will see why everything had to happen exactly as it did. Another sign that your soul contract has been activated is the overwhelming sense of urgency. It feels as if time itself is accelerating, as if you are being pushed forward at a speed that defies logic. That's because you are. When your soul contract is triggered, you are pulled into divine alignment, no longer bound by the limitations of human timing. What used to take years now happens in days. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. Revelations come in waves. You may feel an unshakable pull to change your life, to step into new territory, to pursue something that once felt impossible. This is not your imagination. This is your divine assignment calling you. And the sense of urgency you feel is real because time is running out. This world is shifting, and the chosen ones are being positioned for what comes next. You are being aligned with the mission you agreed to before you arrived. And while the world around you remains blind, lost in illusions, you are waking up. You are seeing through the lies, the distractions, the false narratives designed to keep humanity asleep. Nothing is the same anymore, because you are not the same anymore. When this activation happens, you begin to see beyond the veil. The deception, the programming, the illusions, they no longer hold power over you. What once seemed normal now feels fake. You realize that much of what you were taught was a lie, that the system was never built to empower you but to enslave you. The entertainment, the politics, the fear-based narratives, they were all designed to distract you from discovering your true power. And now that you see it, you can never unsee it. Ephesians 5 verse 14 says, "Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light." This awakening is happening to you right now. You're no longer asleep. You are no longer bound by the limitations of this world. You are stepping into your divine authority. And that is exactly what they fear. Because a chosen one who knows their power is unstoppable. If you've been experiencing these shifts, if you felt the loss, the urgency, the undeniable shift in your perception, comment, "I see clearly" below. Declare it, own it, because this is just the beginning. Stay with me, because next, I'm going to reveal why this is happening now, and not a moment sooner. What I'm about to share next will explain everything. There's a reason why you were activated at this exact moment in time. It was never random. It was part of the plan all along. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, share this video, and click the super thanks button to support this message reaching more chosen ones. Why this is happening now. Something inside of you knows that this moment is different. You can feel it. A shift so profound that you can no longer ignore it. The things that once held your attention now seem trivial. The distractions that used to keep you trapped in cycles of delay no longer satisfy. Everything in your life is being rearranged, and you might not even recognize yourself anymore. You are not alone in this feeling. All across the world, chosen ones are waking up at the same time, sensing the urgency, realizing that the veil has been lifted. But why now? Why is this happening at this exact moment in history? The answer is simple: divine timing. Your contract was written long before you arrived in this realm, and the Most High knew exactly when you would be ready. The reason everything feels like it's speeding up, the reason your old world is crumbling, is because you are no longer who you used to be. This is the time of great awakening, and you have been called to rise. But that doesn't mean the transition will be easy. In fact, for many, it feels like complete chaos. Have you noticed how everything that no longer serves you is falling apart? Relationships that once seemed unbreakable are suddenly dissolving. The career path you thought was secure no longer feels fulfilling. The activities, habits, and even belief systems that once defined you now seem like chains that need to be broken. This is not random. This is a divine reset that happens when a soul contract is activated. It's painful because it requires you to release everything you thought was stable, everything you clung to for comfort. But the truth is, those things were never meant to stay. They were only placeholders, illusions designed to keep you stagnant until the right time came. That time is now, and though it may feel like you are losing everything, what is actually happening is that you are being stripped of anything that no longer aligns with your higher purpose. This moment was foretold in Scripture. Isaiah 60 verse 1 declares, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee." Do you see what this means? You were never meant to stay hidden. The world has tried to suppress your light for too long, convincing you that you were just another ordinary person, that your gifts didn't matter, that your visions were unrealistic. But now, the truth is being revealed. The Most High allowed you to go through the trials, the betrayals, the long seasons of waiting, not to break you, but to prepare you. Habakkuk 2 verse 3 confirms this, saying, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." That appointed time is now. Everything you have endured, the loneliness, the setbacks, the confusion, it all had a purpose. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. And now, the vision that was placed inside of you long ago is about to manifest. You might be wondering why you feel different lately, why you suddenly crave deeper understanding, why you are seeing through deceptions that once seemed so normal. These are the signs of activation. When a chosen one is called, everything around them begins to shift. You will notice that people who once had power over your emotions no longer affect you the same way. The anxiety, the doubts, the fear of the unknown, they are beginning to lose their grip on you. And as your internal world changes, so does your external world. Doors that were once closed will begin to open. Divine connections will appear seemingly out of nowhere. The opportunities you've been waiting for will suddenly align. It will feel surreal, almost like magic. But this is not luck. This is divine orchestration. The Most High is moving everything into place because the time has come for you to step fully into your purpose. They wanted you to believe that you would never get here. They tried to delay you, to keep you asleep, but their illusions no longer work on you. The moment of your activation has arrived, and you are no longer who you used to be. So what will you do now? Will you embrace the calling, or will you resist? The choice is yours, but make no mistake, once the contract is activated, there is no going back. The illusions have been shattered, and you can no longer pretend you don't see the truth. The enemy wants you to hesitate, to question yourself, to doubt your worth. But you must not shrink back into old patterns of fear and procrastination. You've been given everything you need to step into your divine assignment. If this message is resonating with you, if you feel the undeniable pull that everything is aligning for a reason, then this is your confirmation. This is your moment to say yes to the path you were always meant to walk. Comment "It's time" below to declare it. Own it. Walk in it. Because the next step is crucial. Stay with me. Because next, I'm going to show you exactly how to step fully into your purpose. How to step fully into your purpose. Stepping into your purpose is not just about knowing what you're called to do. It is about surrendering fully to the divine plan written for you before you even arrived. This is where most people hesitate, where the battle between the spirit and the ego reaches its peak. Because purpose demands transformation, and transformation requires you to let go of everything that no longer serves you. Right now, you may feel the pull to step into your calling, but at the same time, you feel resistance, doubt, fear, uncertainty. You may wonder if you're truly ready, if you have what it takes, if you're strong enough to walk this path. But let me tell you something, chosen one. If your soul contract has been activated, you are already prepared. The time for questioning has passed. You were chosen for this, and the only thing left for you to do is surrender. Yet, surrendering is often the hardest part. Many struggle because they still want to hold on control, still want to cling to familiar habits, still want to fit into the expectations of the world around them. You might feel the urge to step forward, but then the fear sets in. Fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of losing everything you've built. And that fear is exactly what keeps so many from stepping fully into their calling. But here's the truth. Your old life cannot go with you where you are going. The distractions, the doubts, the toxic relationships, the need for external validation, it all has to go. And this is why you may feel like everything is falling apart. The job, the friendships, the old ambitions, they are crumbling, not because you're being punished, but because you're being positioned. Your purpose is too big for you to stay the same. And if you resist this transformation, you will only create more suffering for yourself. This is what the Most High has been leading you toward all along. Proverbs 3 verse 6 reminds us, "In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." This means that the journey ahead is not something you have to figure out on your own. When you fully surrender, when you acknowledge that your steps have already been ordered, you allow divine alignment to take over. This is why so many people feel lost, because they are trying to force their own plan instead of submitting to the one that was divinely designed for them. Look at the story of Jonah, a prophet who tried to run from his calling. He thought he could escape his mission, thought he could choose his own path. But no matter how far he went, he was always redirected back to what was meant for him. That is how it works with the chosen ones. You can delay, you can resist, but eventually you will be led exactly where you are meant to be. And the longer you fight it, the harder the journey becomes. The moment you surrender, however, everything begins to align. And that is when the transformation begins. Once you let go of control, once you stop resisting, you will see doors open that you never even knocked on. Opportunities will present themselves in ways you never expected. Divine connections will appear, mentors, guides, and like-minded individuals who are also walking in purpose. And internally, you will feel a shift, greater clarity, heightened discernment, a deep inner peace that cannot be shaken. This is what it feels like to walk in alignment. The things that once drained you will no longer have power over you. The approval of others will no longer control you. The fear that once held you back will disappear, because you will realize that you were never walking alone to begin with. The Most High has been guiding you every step of the way, waiting for you to trust him completely. And when you do, the power that is already within you will rise. You will move differently, think differently, speak with authority, because you will finally understand that you are here for something greater. This is your moment. This is your confirmation. You've been feeling it, sensing the shift, knowing deep down that something is calling you higher. And now you have a choice to make. Will you step forward in faith, or will you let fear keep you in the same cycles? Because the truth is, the path is already set. The only thing that can delay it is you. If you are ready to step fully into your purpose, declare it. Comment, "I surrender," below. Let it be known that you are ready, that you are no longer running, that you are stepping into alignment with your divine assignment. Because what happens next is crucial. Stay with me, because next, I'll reveal exactly what to expect as you walk into your true calling. You've made it this far, which means you are truly ready. But what comes next is something few understand. What happens next in your journey? Now that your soul contract is activated, everything is about to change. You can feel it, can't you? That sense that something bigger is unfolding, that the illusions of the past no longer have the same grip on you. The things that once entertained you feel empty. The people you once connected with seem distant. The life you were living no longer feels like it belongs to you. That's because it doesn't. The moment your soul contract is triggered, you are no longer operating under the same spiritual conditions as before. You have stepped into a higher reality, and with that shift comes a new level of awareness, responsibility, and yes, opposition, because they will not let you walk into your purpose without resistance. The enemy knows what you are becoming. The forces that have worked for so long to keep you blind, distracted, and controlled. They see the shift happening in you, and they are afraid. But listen to me, chosen one. They cannot stop what has already been written. The Most High has ordered your steps, and you will walk in them. But here's what most people don't understand. Awakening does not mean immediate ease. If anything, the test will intensify. The distractions will increase. You'll be tempted to doubt yourself, to question everything you've been shown, to fall back into the comfort of the old patterns. Old temptations will resurface. People from your past may suddenly reappear, and situations designed to pull you back into the illusion will present themselves. Why? Because the enemy does not want to lose control over you. You were once a part of the system, moving through life unaware of the power inside of you. But now that you are awakening, now that you are seeing clearly, you are a threat. They will try to convince you that you are imagining things, that nothing has changed, that you should return to the life you once knew. But you cannot. The illusion no longer holds power over you. The only way you can be deceived now is if you willingly choose to return to the darkness. And that is the real test. Will you stay firm in your truth, or will you allow fear to drag you back? The Most High knew this moment would come. That is why He prepared you, strengthened you, refined you through every trial you have faced. Psalm 37 verse 23 says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delighteth in His way." Your steps have already been set. Even before you face your first battle, the victory was already secured. But that does not mean the road will be easy. In the book of Zechariah, we see how God refines His chosen ones. Zechariah 13 verse 9 declares, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is my God." Do you see it? The fire is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to purify you. The distractions, the opposition, the resistance, these are not signs of failure, but signs of your transformation. The enemy only fights what he fears, and right now, he is terrified of what you are becoming. But as you continue forward, something incredible happens. The distractions lose their power. The fear dissolves. The pull of the old life weakens until it no longer tempts you at all. Because now, you are walking in alignment. Doors that were once locked begin to open effortlessly. Opportunities appear in ways you could never have imagined. The right people begin to enter your life. Those who are truly meant to walk with you in this new season. You will notice that your intuition becomes sharper, your spiritual discernment stronger. You're no longer guessing or hoping. You begin to recognize divine synchronicities, moments where everything aligns in a way that is too perfect to be coincidence. And that is when you truly understand what it means to be chosen. You are not moving aimlessly. You are being guided, led step by the hand of the Most High. You do not need to force anything. You simply need to walk the path that has already been prepared for you. And so, the question now is not if you will fulfill your purpose, but how you will choose to walk in it. Will you allow the distractions to shake your faith, or will you stand firm? Will you hesitate when the world tries to pull you back, or will you step boldly into your destiny? Because make no mistake, the choice is yours. No one can walk this path for you. No one can force you to stay awake. You must decide every single day to walk in the truth you have been shown. If you are ready to step into your purpose, if you refuse to let distractions pull you back, comment, "I will walk in my calling" below. Let it be known that you are standing firm, that you are moving forward, that you are unstoppable, because this is only the beginning. Stay with me, because what comes next is something few truly understand. You are about to witness the full manifestation of your calling, and when it happens, nothing will ever be the same again. This is the moment your life truly begins. The illusions have fallen, the contract is active, and there is no going back. Step boldly into your calling, because the world needs your light. If this message resonated, subscribe, and share this video. And comment, "I am chosen," to declare your activation. Welcome to your destiny. The journey ahead will not be easy, but you were never meant to walk an ordinary path. Every obstacle you have faced has been a test, sharpening your spirit and refining your purpose. Now, you carry the wisdom to navigate this world with clarity, power, and divine alignment. No longer will you question who you are. No longer will you shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You are stepping into your rightful position, and the universe will move to accommodate your rise. Everything that once seemed impossible is now within reach. The distractions that once held you back will no longer have power over you. The fears that try to consume you will dissolve in the face of your newfound strength. You were born for this moment, and now it is time to claim it. The world may not understand you, but it will recognize you. Walk forward with faith, with certainty, and with the unshakable knowing that you are here for a reason. There is no more waiting, no more hesitation. The shift has already begun, and you are at the center of it. Step into the unknown with confidence, for you are not alone. There is a divine force guiding you, protecting you, and leading you toward your highest purpose. The awakening is here and you are part of it. Your destiny is no longer a possibility. It is a reality.